for my baby. Gxlden.Chvld.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, the Golden Child, and we are finally back with another video. It's been a few weeks since I made a video. I think it might have been like a whole month by now, maybe 3 weeks. I'm not really sure, but it's been a little bit, and y'all saw the title of this video, so you know what I'm about to talk about. There's been a lot of changes, and yeah, but by the smile you guys see on my face, like everything's kind of working out and I'm doing a lot better. That's why this video is coming to y'all, so I can tell you how I've been, what happened, tell you like what's going on now, the whole nine, just like let y'all know how I'm doing. But yeah, so I did run away from home. Like, I can make a more in-depth video talking about my home situation, but just I don't have the best home environment. It's like a pretty toxic environment, actually. Like, yeah, with Haitian parents, you know how it can be sometimes. But yeah, I have those like hardcore Haitian parents. I just got makeup on me. But yeah, I had those hardcore Haitian parents, and I was dorming at school for like a whole year to like get away from it. Like, I don't live far away from school at all. Like, I live about a 20-minute train ride away from my school, and the train is like a 4-minute walk from my house. So it's like, if I could stay home, that would have been cool. But anyways, yeah, the thing is, it was just like a really like toxic environment for me, and I didn't have to deal with it for like 8 to 9 months, basically, just not having to deal with like the everyday, like pretty much like tearing me down, saying all kinds of like nasty things to me. I didn't have to deal with that at school. And of course summer came and like I had to go back, so it's like I'm gonna make the best of this. I'm gonna handle it. But then my mom had told me that she had told me towards the end of my spring semester that like, oh, I wouldn't be dorming next year. And then that kind of like hit me hard, because it was like I really like dorming. Like, I didn't have the best experiences with roommates, for example. Like, that's gonna be another story time that I get into with y'all later. But yeah, I still like dorming. It was a fun experience, like just having my own space. I could decorate my dorm room like somehow like nice, like make it homey, like just be in an environment with like people just like me and see some nice faces, just be on campus, like enjoy the on-campus vibes. I liked it. It had its pros and cons, but the pros and cons of being at home just like outweighed it. And yeah, I didn't want to be home. So it was like my hope that was gonna like get me through being home, like the driving force, like anything that like happened to me, it was gonna be like, oh, I can go back to school. Like, I don't have to deal with this for much longer. I can go back to school, but I wouldn't be able to go back to school. So it was just like, I thought I could maybe handle it. Like, you know what, this commuting thing is gonna be so bad. I'm gonna have my car, and then like it's gonna be cool. But then like a week of me being back, stuff got like really heated at home. Like, my stepdad started saying all kinds of like wild stuff to me. Like, I don't want to like repeat what he said, because it's like I said, like I can get into everything in depth in like another video, because I'm not trying to be like super like emotional right now, and like getting into all my like family like drama and whatnot could potentially make me emotional, and I'm just trying to like make this like a happy video because I'm in a better place right now. But yeah, so that happened, and yeah, he was just saying all kinds of like bad stuff. Like, it came out the cut. I wasn't expecting it, but I didn't like how it felt. I was like, you know, I don't know if y'all can like see what I'm saying with this. Like, if just in general, if you don't have to deal, if something bad happens to you and you're so used to this bad thing happening to you, then you finally get away from it. You're like, I don't have to deal with this like ever again, or not maybe ever again. You don't have to deal with it for like a long amount of time, and like it's like you have this like tolerance for it because it's been happening to you for so long and so frequently and whatnot. But my tolerance for like such behavior, like being treated in that manner, my tolerance became very low because I wasn't home for like 8-9 months. So it was like I wasn't about to let them like talk to me any kind of way, because I haven't been letting anybody talk to me any kind of way at school. Like, I haven't had to deal with this. I've been like chill at school. I've like developed a stronger sense of self and like a stronger being, just overall. Like, I think another positive of me having dormed is I defend for myself, like situations I was in, like for example my roommates, like I'll tell y'all about all that I had to fend for myself. I couldn't, well, I never really went to my parents for like drama issues, thing like that, but like at school I was really alone, and like I had to like grow some balls, and I had to like stand up for myself in like numerous types of like situations. And yeah, that trained me to like deal with my parents. Like I'm not saying running away was like the best thing to have done, but it happened, and that was a step in the right direction to a certain extent. I'll get into that a little more. But yeah, just something that I'm gonna like tell y'all now, and that I've probably mentioned before in like another video. You determine how people treat you. Like, don't let people treat you any kind of way. And something I don't agree with is people always being like, oh, that's your mom, that's your dad, that's whomever. Like, you really determine how people treat you, and just because somebody plays an important role in your life, like a mother, father, like anything else, that doesn't mean that like you should allow those people to mistreat you. You have to worry about you, because nobody is going to worry about you as much you worry about you, and that's just the way it is. But yeah, super off topic, but I hope y'all like my new setup. I am in my room, actually, my room in my house, because I have gone back, but we're gonna get to that part. But yeah, I'm like kind of all up in your face. Like when I was at school, like I was a little more backed up, but now I could like get all up in your faces. But yeah, where was I? Also, if y'all like this hair, I could do a little review for this. Ignore this little baby hair right here. I gotta cut that. Damn. But yeah, I'll do a little review for y'all on this hair. But yeah, what happened was my dad was just saying all kinds of like reckless stuff to me. Like both my parents just said like very like hurtful things to me, and like I wasn't really having it, because it was like I was having that like 9 months ago before I went to school, and like I developed all this like courage and strength and like whatnot. Like I've always been a strong person. Like I was a strong person before I started college and whatnot, but like I was pushed to my breaking point several times, and I was just like, I don't have to deal with this. I'm not dealing with this. I can leave. So anyone who knows me knows I have a lot of stuff. So yeah, lots of stuff. So I couldn't bring everything with me, obviously, and I was going to my boyfriend's house, Gavin. Y'all know him. So I just grabbed what I could carry. I wasn't obviously like letting anybody know I was leaving either, hence like running away. So I grabbed some important things to me. I want to leave, like for example, of stuff I got, like stuff that Gavin got me, my birthday presents. He got me the makeup, the cards that he's gotten me, like stuff like that. Just pretty much anything important to me that I could carry. And then I think it was like maybe 2 in the morning or so, something like that. I don't really know. I had a lift come, and I was like, I just dipped. I left the house. I went out the back door, because the front door of my house is like very loud. So that wouldn't have worked, and that would have woke people up, and that would have been a big commotion, which I didn't want. I just wanted to be out. So yeah, I went out the back door. Obviously I couldn't like close the back door, because it's like one of those screen doors, so I just had to like open it and leave, and I like pulled it, but like I couldn't close it. Like it has the lock thing, I don't know what it's called, but you gotta lock it from the inside. So I just kind of left it, and yeah, of course, when I woke up, what I expected was like a whole bunch of phone calls, and that's exactly what I got. My mom called me a whole bunch of times, mad times. I didn't pick up, of course, because I really wasn't trying to hear any of what she had to say, like asking me where I was to come back, like da-da-da, where am I, what am I doing, da-da. Oh, something I had left out too, like after the whole, like, I guess, argument with my dad and everything, I called my mom, and I was like, this is why I don't want to be here. Like, he's saying all this bad stuff to me. Like, you should just let me leave. And like, she was just kind of confused. But I also had taken a video of when my dad was saying all kinds of like stuff to me, and I sent her the video. I didn't get like the worst of what he said, because I didn't think to like record everything. I just recorded like maybe like midway through, and I just like sent it to her, and like I called her, and I was like, you never believe me when I say like he's saying all this stuff to me and you don't defend me and da da da. So I just sent it to her. So she probably didn't expect me to run away because I never done that before, but it happened. And then like, yeah, the next day, like I wasn't answering any of her phone calls, and she had actually reported me missing. Even though I was like texting her and like telling her that like I'm not missing and everything. Like I could pull up the text messages. I don't even know. We didn't text that much. She had just like asked me where I was. I wasn't answering. She asked me where the car keys were, and that's when I actually answered her because I hadn't taken my car. Like I didn't feel right taking my car because I haven't paid for anything. Like I'm put as a like I think temporary driver or something like that. Like everybody knows it's my car, but like I didn't pay for it. I don't pay for the insurance. Like nothing is in my like name primarily, so that's not my car. So I thought that qualified as theft. So I answered and I was like, I think I left them here. And then she was like, I reported you missing. And then told me that the like police want to talk to me, like whatever. I called the police officer. And yeah, this was like somewhat of a breakthrough, I think. Like I thought I wasn't really trying to talk to the police at first, because I was like, they're just gonna like try to make me come home, like try to talk to me like all stern like and stuff like that. But the police officer was like, we kind of had like a heart to heart, I'm gonna say. Like he was just trying to talk to me, like make sure I was all right primarily, because they put out like a whole search party. Because in the midst of me like ignoring my mom's phone call, she did call the police and report me missing, and there was like a search party out for like 2 hours. And then like when I like looked at the text, like I realized, and like I called the police right away, because I obviously didn't want them to go through all that trouble, because like I'm not missing. Like it could like be something actually wrong, and they had this whole search party out for me. So I called them and I was like, I'm not missing, I'm safe, I'm fine. My mom's just like overreacting. And yeah, he was just like very adamant about like making sure I was safe. Like he was like, are you sure? Like if someone's like making you say this, you could like press a button or something. He was just like very like helpful about it. Like obviously I was fine, but he was just very like compassionate. And he was like persuading me to go home, but not in like a pushy way. He was just like, your mom really cares about you. I know how this can be. Like I know more about this than you may know. Like he's maybe, like he said, he had gone through some stuff with his parents too. But like he had told me when he went and like interviewed my mom, she was like crying and everything. Like, and obviously I didn't do this to like upset her at all. It's just it had like gotten to the point of no return. But I could tell that like he was understanding from like both sides, my mom's point of view as well as mine. And he just like tried to like persuade me to like just like make sure I tell her that I'm safe. Like, and I texted her that I was safe. And he was just, I don't remember the whole conversation. It was a long conversation we had, actually. Like I'm surprised like he like sat there and talked to me like that long. For any of you guys who don't know, I suffer with depression also. So it was like, if I didn't leave, there could have been something far worse that happened. But yeah, this is going to be a really long video for y'all who are like watching this whole thing. Big ups to y'all. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. But what next? So yeah, I had the heart to heart with the police officer and everything. But of course I still didn't go back. I wasn't really trying to do all that. And yeah, it's not much important stuff happened. I was gone a total of 10 days. A total of 10 days I was gone. In the middle of that time, I think the middle, or like, no, towards the end, actually, one of my mom's friends had like hit me up and like asked me if I was okay. We like met up for breakfast and everything. And somehow she persuaded me to like go to my house and visit my mom, because she's a mom too, my mom's friend. And she was like, your mom just wants to like see you, make sure you're okay, because anybody could have sent those text messages. She's thinking like she wants to see me. And in my head, I'm just like, I don't want to go there, because obviously I haven't seen them, like, because I ran away and I haven't been answering her phone calls. So I'm like, she's about to be furious with me. Like, if my mom's friend wasn't there, I wouldn't have gone, because my parents could be crazy. Like, it would have gotten like physical or something. So because my mama's friend was there, I was like, all right, because if she does something, you're a witness. So, but yeah, nothing happened. Like that was like, no, this was like the actual like big heart to heart. It didn't happen at first, but yeah, my mom's friend was there, and my mom had called her brother, my uncle, to come and like mediate stuff. Because at first it was like, I'm just gonna leave, so, and like get my stuff. But she wanted to like call my uncle, because my uncle is like more of a father figure to me than like either of my actual fathers are. So like she just wanted to like call him and like, I guess, ask for advice, or like just have me tell him. But that turned into like a whole mediation session between my stepdad and then me, and then my mom, and my mom's friend and my uncle were there to like witness it and like give their input. And like basically like we had like a whole like kind of family counseling session or something like that, and that was like a whole 2-3 hours. And there was like a lot of breakthrough in that, because the way my parents are, they just haven't heard me on like a lot of issues. Like Caribbean kids, you guys probably know how this is. Like just a child say basically like has no meaning. Like obviously I'm not a child, I'm a whole 19-year-old. Y'all know I look pretty grown. But my uncle made a point, like he understands both sides, like from the like first generation kids born here, and then like the immigrant like parents raising kids over here. He can understand both sides. And like as grown as I am, like it's like to my mom I still look like 5 years old or something. So it's like my word basically doesn't mean anything. So there's been so many things I'd been trying to like tell my parents about how I feel, and like how I'm lacking all this support. Like again, I'm gonna get into my issues with my parents in like another video, because there's just so much stuff, and I don't want this video to be too long. But it's like a big thing is my mom would think that everything is okay because she pays for everything. And I'm like, you can pay for whatever you want, but I need emotional support, and like you haven't given me that. There are poor parents that are amazing parents, because even though they can't buy their kids like everything, they give emotional support, and that's like the most important thing. Like, to be totally honest, I would have rather have poor parents that give me emotional support, because with that emotional support I can do anything, and I can become rich, because off of that support I'm getting, I'm prospering. Whereas they can like pay for everything, but I'm hurting emotionally. Like she can pay for my car, she can like pay for my whole tuition so I don't have loans. But like fundamentals of me like being a person, like support I've needed just in like hard times, like for example having depression again, and being Caribbean. What is depression? It doesn't exist basically. So just support, like that was the biggest thing that I was missing. And he was able to like communicate that. And of course it was kind of annoying, because it's like I've been saying all these things to my parents and they didn't want to hear me, but because he's an adult they want to hear him. But I just had to like let that go, because it's like even if they're not hearing it from me, they're hearing it from him. And it was like I just appreciated that whole thing. Of course it was annoying that someone had to come and tell them that they have to start listening to me, because for the most part, like I was like correct in like a lot of things. But Caribbean parents, Haitian parents, they don't want to ever hear about how they're wrong, or about how they're doing something wrong, especially from a child. Like I had to learn a lot about perspective that day. But yeah, that's just the work in progress also. But after the 10th day of me being gone, I had decided to go home after talking to my uncle again privately. He was just like, 10 days is enough. You have to go back because it's hurting your mom and da-da-da. And to be honest, like, I didn't go back because of all that. I went back because I have stuff here. Like, I would miss my siblings. Like, I need to, like, go back to school. Like, because that'd be hard for me to figure out. It's like, it's very sad to say, but it's somewhat gotten to that point where it's like I'm not as interested in building a relationship with my parents, unfortunately, because I am 19 years old, and for a relationship to be built now, it's like I'm just not as interested, because it's like, where were you the other 2 decades? So it's just a lot, but I am back home. I'm happy to be back home because I was not like comfortable. Like, of course, I was thankful that my boyfriend allowed me to stay with him, but that wasn't my home. That's not what I was used to. I wasn't comfortable there. It was something temporary, and like we had planned to like move somewhere else. Like we had to like figure stuff out, me and him. Like I really appreciate like how like down for me he was and everything, because he was like, whatever you need for us to do, like we'll do it. Like he was ready to like move like somewhere else with me, like leave the state if we like had to. But hopefully I'm not like leaving out anything. I'm trying to give y'all like a good overview because this video is mad long. But yeah, I had left home. I had gone back after the 10th day, so I wasn't really gone that long. Like some people, some of my friends who I talked to, they had like felt like that was like mad long, but it's like I didn't even like think I was gonna go back at all. Like I just took what I could carry and I was like goodbye. Like I did as like looked at my room like it was the last time I was gonna be in there, and I was just out. But I really appreciate my mom's friend for like making me go to the house, and I appreciate my uncle for like sitting down with us and like talking about the whole thing, because we made like progress. Like it's not where it should be. Like obviously things shouldn't have like gotten to the point where I had to run away from home anyways, but it's like it's progress and stuff isn't really like happening anymore. Like not much more progress is being made, but I'm able to comfortably like function inside the house. Like now it's like still fresh, like maybe stuff will get bad again. I don't want to jinx it, but I think me running away proved that like they can't like just talk to me any kind of way, because I don't have to sit and take it. And I think they realized that like I am an adult, because I really think when my mom called the police, they were like really thinking they were gonna drag me home. But I told them on the phone I'm 19 and I don't have to go home. Like they couldn't really say anything to me, obviously. But I'm home. I'm happy. Like I'm figuring stuff out. Like my relationship with my parents like hasn't, well, I guess it's gotten better since me running away, because that was like a big climax. But stuff is just chill right now. I'm just trying to live life. Like I have 2 jobs right now. I'm trying to get a third. I'm trying to like make this money. I'm trying to graduate. I'm just trying to like keep life pushing. Like that was a big bump in the road, but it's like ultimately I just want to like be able to function inside the house until it's my time to leave. Like sometimes like a bad relationship with your parents is irreparable, and I'm okay with that because I've dealt with it for a very long time. Like having a bad relationship with them is kind of almost all I know, and that's unfortunate, but I have a lot of love in my life, and I think that's fine. Like not you're not gonna always get what you want in life. And this video is getting to be way too long, and thank you for those of y'all who are watching this whole video. But yeah, I ran away from home. I'm back, and that's what was going on. Thank you guys for watching. If you stayed this long and watched this whole video, I love you so much if you did, because I think this is like my longest video thus far, and I probably left out a lot of like small details, but y'all get the overview of what was going on. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and peace out.